Facebook, YouTube. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your Coach Kamar Carter chiming in for this week's edition to the Warrior Report. We should have Rain Truth chiming in soon. We're going to try to bring her in live. She couldn't make it. She was supposed to come up, but next week she will be here. Really appreciate it if y'all tune in for that also. So, like I said, welcome to the Warrior Report, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you. I got my man Kevin Barnes right here next to me. Let's get it in, fella.
What's going on, Milwaukee? Northside Stand Up 4-on-4 in the building. The People's Network presents the Warrior Report live from the. We bring you warmth via what we do. People who are familiar with the show, you already know what they do. Hit like, hit share, hit follow. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We support Black business. We support Black progression. We support Black everything. Black on black on black, right? So I'm back for another edition with my brother Kamar Carter, and I got my sister here. My sister, I didn't catch your name. What's your name?
Fatima Manson.
Fatima Manson is our guest tonight. We're going to talk about the who, why, where, when, and what. But you got to tune in, man. You got to get with us, man. Ride with us. Don't collide with us. A very crazy day in America if you're unfamiliar with insanity, because you see another case where a Black man a little bit different. Before I get into the business, I have to get out what's important, because this is the Warrior Report. This is about Black wellness. Part of Black wellness is mental stability. And, you know, I have to quote the great Melly Mel when I say, don't push me because I'm too close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head, right? So when you do shit like you did today, it further illustrates to me that you could give two shits blowing in the wind about a Black man or a person of color. We've known for a very long time that there's a global agenda against people of color. We've known for a very long time that in this country, we exist as second-class subjugated citizens. And we've tried to fight and just claw and dig our way out of this hole that we call racism for a very long time. And with all the gains that we've made, with all of the pacifism, with all of the pacifying that you tried to put on me in regards to why I should feel good as a Black person, you showed me Amber today getting 10 years for killing bottom
10 years, man.
Right? She got 10 years.
I don't know nobody that ever got 10 years for a murder.
10 years.
Ever.
She got. Right? We shall overcome.
Is it ever in the history of murderdom? You know what I'm saying? Has anybody ever got?
We shall overcome, right? We shall overcome. You know, Jay-Z just said we over this. Jay-Z just said.
No, he said we was over the kneeling.
Well, he said we passed that. And I said,
we passed the kneeling.
Who's past it, Jay? Who's past it?
He said we're past the kneeling. He didn't say we were past the treatment.
I understand the metaphorical sense of it, because he's a rapper, and I know he speaks in metaphors, right? I understand that. The fact of the matter is, like I said then, I didn't have a problem with anything else going down except for the fact that he misspoke, because we're not over it. You know, a month after you get J-Lo and whoever else you get, you know, 2 months after you invest in a company that says they want to cut Black kids' dreads off because that'll make them better. This is 2 faux pas in a row. You've done. We said when he made the deal, we wanted to see what would happen, right? Time has passed. We're seeing what's happening. Now, that's on Jay. But I wanted to get, and we'll talk about this a lot more on Outlaw Radio tomorrow night. Please tune in to Outlaw Radio Thursdays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We get to then. Socio-political. I got my boy here who's the holistic wellness coach. I got my partner, Talk to Teach, Listen, Learn.
Teach.
Hardline Black militant.
Peace, brother.
And I'm socio-political, so we cover the spectrum, and we talk Black men talk. So please tune in tomorrow night. But tonight we have the Warrior Report. We have a guest, so let me get on my manners. I had to get on my soapbox because just like every other Black person in this country right now, I am pissed about this shit, but I'm not surprised. And white people have to look at this and say, when they say, I don't understand, what do you mean? Racism. What do you mean? You guys get treated different. If this, and we've been through this before, because remember, we are the generation that saw Rodney King on videotape. I believe that was the medium at the time. Videotape, right?
You're right, exactly.
Getting his ass handed to him in a Ziploc bag with some cheese on it. That's our generation. It don't get no more clearer than it is now.
Right.
If y'all don't vote, if y'all don't tell these people, don't stop saying your vote don't matter, this kind of ideology, this kind of methodology, the people who we've entrusted these people to govern us. And you have to understand the situation where there's no taxation without representation, which means as long as I pay taxes, I got something to say about who represents me. And that individual has to represent my best interest. If not, you get booked like we got right now.
Exactly.
Right? And not a word from the Euro Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Not a word from the Black Boule.
Right.
Where's Alpha Kappa Staffel Falca Foul Mouth?
Right.
Why they ain't stepping?
Right.
Right now.
Where is Calgary, Michigan?
Right. Where's the Black Caucus?
Right.
Right. Where y'all at?
Right.
Come on, son. I'm sorry. It's the wellness show. So
Well, you know, they offer profit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
a lot of them organizations are for profit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, you get an ounce, you get caught with an ounce of crack cocaine right now. You go to court on a first offense and get a public defender, you're gonna get 15 years minimum. And we got truth and sentences, so you're gonna do every day of that sentence. This broad took a life. Dylan Roof got Burger King. George Zimmerman is still roaming the land. Holla at your boy about America.
Man.
Land of the what? Home of the who?
Right.
Goodbye, Zach.
What
Let
is
that boy
free?
alone.
What is free to you?
Right. Who's
You know
free?
What I'm saying? What
Right.
is free?
Puffy, you got who? Who's the latest billionaire? Y'all got how much money?
Right.
Why is my school system failing and I bought your records?
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Without me,
You gotta figure something
you don't
out.
go platinum. You rather go to Africa and build a school? Motherfucker, you gotta be kidding. I'm sorry, excuse me, because people have challenged us to use less profanity.
Right.
You know, but in some certain situations, we gotta say fuck them.
At some point.
Right, everybody all-inclusive pass to fuck you. Right, so yeah, this is bullshit. 10 years. You kidding me? How am I supposed to keep my sanity when you continuously do the same shit to me over and over and then tell me, no, it's okay. I gave you some projects. I got a grant-funded initiative to help your people. Band-Aid on a bullet wound looking ass dude. Rest in peace to Big Walk. Rest in peace, big homie. Go ahead, come on. I'm sorry.
Peace. It's all good, man.
I'm a little fired up. What's up, Antonio? I see you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, you know what I mean? Welcome to the Warrior Report again. You know, if you didn't know, I am the Black woman lover, the Black man's brother, the culture teacher, the hood healer, your holistic health and wellness coach, Kamar Carter. Peace, y'all. I just want to remind y'all again, make sure y'all go to that Nature's Natura Urban Supplements page. Get your detox in. We're gonna boost your immune system. We're gonna clean your blood out. We're gonna push that mucus out your body. We're gonna clean your liver. We're gonna clean your urinary tract. We're gonna get it in with this detox. This is something you need.
Right.
We also got the Vitality Mix. Fellas and ladies, it's gonna help you out sexually. And it also will regulate your blood pressure. So you know what I mean? It's a double whammy right there with that Vitality Mix.
My sister, you represent something too. Tell the people what you represent, because you have like a, you know, an incorporation. I know I went up a little high. I wanted to kind of be easy, but you know, I feel a certain kind of way about this bullshit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on, man.
So represent your business. Right, I didn't mean to, you know, discount that.
Yeah, she's with we're with
Let
our
her
boomerang.
talk, Morris Day. That ain't Apollonia. I'm just saying. Somebody tell Prince to calm down. Let Apollonia talk, man. Come on. I'm fucking with you.
Well, again, I am Fatima Manson, and I am a travel savings ambassador with my company, iBoomerang. So I'm all about the travel industry, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
iBoomerang, right? How do you spell that? Because it's a unique spelling.
It's IBUU.
Right. UU. Not OO.
MERANG.
Okay.
Yes.
iBoomerang. And this is a travel company, right?
It's actually a technology company, and we specialize in the travel industry. So that's one of our first major products is the travel industry. So
okay,
I'm definitely excited to share more about that today.
And you and my brother here having like a business endeavor.
We are business partners. Yes, we are truly business partners.
Let's talk about the house that y'all built.
Well, that's actually it. You know what I'm saying? Our boomerang.
Okay.
But I'm having a small problem here, right? Like, I'm
What's
not
the
getting
deal?
no service down here.
Yeah, I don't
And,
either.
and
Actually.
Rain's supposed to be getting in touch with me.
Well,
so,
if she comes in, she got to come in over here because I'm good
okay.
over here. I don't know if you got to hook to
Yeah,
the
I don't have
Wi-Fi
any
or whatever.
service.
She don't got the Wi-Fi password, but
Me
you
either.
got
This
it.
a different phone.
Oh,
New
see,
phone.
there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Who'll
a
be
log
getting
in.
new phones? You got to tell me that because
Mhm.
I don't want to say my password on there. Y'all want to hear my password
Yeah.
on air?
I'll just give
Let
it
me
to
get
you.
some of that
But
too.
Right. So now I got to play the piano and sing at the same time.
no, you don't. No,
I'm
you
Billy
don't.
Preston,
I'm
right?
gonna go over this detox right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm really big on it. You know,
Nothing leave, nothing.
you know, it's winter time, so you know what I'm saying. You catching the flu, the cold, and everything. This detox actually helps with that also. It's gonna clean the viruses out your blood. And that's very important. You know what I'm saying? The flu is basically a virus. And the way you get rid of a virus is you detox. So the detox is beneficial for you if you get sick. You know what I'm saying? We got blue vervain in there. The blue vervain gonna clear out your respiratory area. It soothes your nerves. It pushes mucus out your body. What else? We got burdock root in there. The burdock root is a blood purifier. It's antiviral, antibacterial. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's anti-everything. You know. Then we also have the dandelion leaf in there. The dandelion leaf is very good for you in all type of ways. It's good for your digestion. It's good for your urinary tract. It's good for gout. It's good for all type of stuff. Then we got the sarsaparilla in there. The sarsaparilla is another blood purifier. It cleanses out your reproductive area. We got chaparral. Chaparral also pushes mucus out your body. So that's why I say we're focusing on the blood. We're focusing on the liver. We're focusing on mucus. It's also going to help you lose weight. Dandelion leaf and the dandelion root that's in there. They help boost your metabolism. So if you want to lose weight, you know what I mean? A good thing to do is get on this detox. A reason why detoxing is very good for you is very good for you if you're trying to lose weight, because your fat cells, that's where that's where the toxins sit. And if you got toxins filling up your fat cells, your body will refuse to burn the fat cells. So you could do all the diet and all the exercise you want to, and it's gonna be hard as ever to get rid of them fat cells.
Okay. So with all that said, what do you think about this verdict? This 10 years for this? I mean, let's talk about what makes this.
I think it's a smack in the face, really. You know what I mean?
What makes this unique is that she went into his home.
Yeah.
And
she should be getting a fucking chair. That's home invasion for one.
Texas.
Yeah, listen, that's home invasion for one, and then murder. I mean, it sound like 2 felonies to me, 2 of them right there, and to only get 10 years. I'm wondering why she didn't get charged with that.
You went in his house. She got charged.
I'm talking about with both.
She got charged with homicide.
And it should be I know she did, but I'm saying she should also be getting charged with home invasion. I know brothers who went in people's house and did less, and got 50 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She murdered the man in his own house and got away with saying, "I was scared."
And I thought it was my house. Didn't she say that at first? I thought it was my house. The fuck? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but I should have.
She got 10 years, and yesterday there was the guard.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
The bailiff who was in the courtroom
doing her hair.
Donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day.
Coon of the week.
Yeah, of the week. Yeah, she get a whole week.
I gotta bring Coon of the week.
Hey, look, I woke up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like everybody else. I go on Facebook and I'm scrolling through, and this is what I see. I see this black lady fixing this white lady hair, and at that point it didn't dawn on me, and I'm wondering, like, I'm still wondering, why is this guard fixing this inmate hair? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't tripping because it was a white girl or nothing, but then I read and found out that it was her, the cop. So now I'm really like, whoa, she should be smacking her upside her head or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is she worried about this lady's hair?
Well, you know, this whole thing is just a further illustration of what I always say in this country is you shouldn't be surprised by stuff like this. And I'm not trying to tell you, you know, how to think. And I respect your opinion because I want to get my sister's opinion too. But my thing is we know why they do things like this. We know why. Right. Because the reality is white people don't like black people. It seemed like,
hey, we gonna get some shirts made with we got a few sayings, right?
Right,
We should put this shit on these shirts.
White
man.
people don't like black people.
They
Listen,
don't like black
and it's so hard for black people to accept it because I say it in a room and there's at least one Negro that will say, man, I know some good white people. He's going to say that. She's going to say that. Well, wait a minute. White people have been very good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hard for black people with all the travesties of justice, with all the injustices to the based on the fact that we come here through, colonial, the slave trade and antebellum chattel slavery, like we've in Jim Crowism and all this kinds of phases that we've gone through in which they utilize their whiteness to just further kick our ass. Still to this day in 2019, there are black people who say, I know some good white people. That shit should be punishable by law.
Well,
Don't say that.
Should be punishable.
Yes.
Damn.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me you know some good white people.
Right.
Yeah, when I say something about black people, you never say, I know some good black people.
Right.
You be like, yeah, niggas be on some
yeah,
bullshit.
and see, that's the side I really hate right there.
That's what they gotta say.
Because see, my thing is this, right? In my lifetime, I done had a bunch of white people that did some bullshit to me, and I done had a bunch of black people that did some bullshit to me on both sides.
People in general are fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of it's people in general. You know what I mean? Right. But when you look at history, though, you know what I'm saying, and you look at the things that people have done to hurt black people, you know what I mean? Mostly it's been white people.
Mostly.
You know what I'm saying? It's been white people, you know what I'm saying?
For the most part.
Yeah. Well, you got other races too. I say mostly because we got the Arabs, we got the Chinese people at the beauty stores that's treating us like shit too. You know what I'm saying? And the Arabs at the corner store taking our kids' money and cheating them, overpricing them and all that shit. They fucking our communities up too. And now that we talking about that, I also want to touch on how we can get rid of these people, man. You know, we had an issue in Milwaukee called the Sherman or the uprising of the Sherman or something like that. Sherman uprising or something like that. Right. Where the youth, you know what I'm saying, they burnt that thing down, man.
They went in that night.
They burnt it down. They went in. And but right before that, the gas station that they burnt down, there was a protest there. Right. And the protest lasted, I want to say maybe a month or 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
But however long it was, it got so bad for the gas station that they had to lower their gas down to 99 cents a gallon.
They did.
And at that point, every nigga in the city was like, I'm going to get my 99 cent gas. But you know what I mean? If we'd have just held out a little longer, closed them out.
I was on.
You know what I'm saying? Stand on it.
I was in that gas station lot blocking off the entryway to it with the Panthers.
Right.
And people was cussing. We almost had to fight. One dude pulled up. He was gonna get. We like, you ain't getting no gas here, which is a crime too. Right. You understand the laws of how to protest and how to bring it to the people. So you are entirely correct, my brother. And I would advise black people like this. You know, don't get mad. Get over it. You know, because we should act accordingly. Like, this is the norm. This new? Oh, this is the first time you ever seen a black person get screwed over? Come on, son. Right. Where you from?
Right.
This is what happens. This is why we need to stop sucking on the tit of white America.
Right.
We are addicted to
exactly right. You know
this is the sweetest nipple we've ever tasted in our entire life.
We gotta quit looking for help.
You gotta get off the tit, man.
Get off our ass and go do it ourselves. Jump your ass up out that nest. Fly.
Listen, it's as simple as this. You come to my community and ask me for my vote. I raise you what is in it for me. We talking poker terms. I just want you to vote for me. What you gonna do for me? Do you even know what my best interests are? You know, well, I have plenty African-American friends. See, I don't have no African-American friends. I got all black friends and family. We black. We're not African-American because you stripped Africa from us. You can recreate it and buy some beads that's made in Asia or Korea and think you, like in the great words of King Son, I bet you think your money went to help Mandela, right? You're wrong. You're wrong. So we can either do that continuously, which is what we do now, and ingest their standard of life quality. Like for us, we try to pattern ourselves after our masters, you know, because what are they driving? That's what looked like success to me. What do they eat? that looks successful to me.
Yeah, see, and I think
What
that's
do
a
they
lot.
watch? What do they listen to?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna be
that's a
like
lot
that.
of our problem. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's a lot of our problem. You know,
Let the
like I
titty
said,
out. And
like
you
I
won't
said,
never
we
hear
gotta-
me say that to no male. Let the titty. Get off the titty.
right. You know, and following that lifestyle,
These days,
following
titties
this,
are bad.
following this whole Western lifestyle. You know what I mean? Is what's making us sick as a people. You know what I mean? Because see, traditionally, we going against our lifestyle. We going against our way of living like they want us to live. Okay, you talk about success. Well, most people now they look at success and they think about what do you have. How much money you got, you know what I'm saying, or whatever,
Yes,
or that success, that kind of success equates happiness, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you get it, you're gonna be worried about losing. You know what I mean? So we need to learn this happiness thing first. Then, you know what I mean? We start talking about success.
What a concept!
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
How can you be happy though when you turn on and you right now you won't be able to turn on any kind of electronic device over the next, I would say, 14 to 20 days without hearing about this. It's like I did it to you and I keep rubbing it in your face. I'm daring you, black man.
You know, you gotta
America's daring us.
Well,
to
you know,
do
you gotta environmental detox is what you can do.
Or master the art of detachment.
See what I'm saying?
Ooh, that works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore the problem.
A lot of us have detachment and attachment issues.
What happens when you gotta reattach though? Because eventually you're gonna have to reattach. We energies will make you reattach in the spring. You might have took the whole winter off.
Right.
I guarantee your motherfucking ass in the spring, you be like, "Oh, time to hook the matrix back
but you
up."
know,
I mean,
put all this shit
emotionally,
off.
emotionally
Okay.
detached.
Okay. And that's your theory. That's how you cope with it.
Well, you do.
I would love to hear more about it. What is the art of detachment?
I mean, pretty much it's just, you know, not being dependent on the not being succumb to all the negativity that's around you every day.
Interesting.
When when you grow spiritually, it's something. It happens over time. It's not an overnight thing. You know what I mean? You learn to hear stuff and let it bounce right off of you.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? When you talk about politics or whatever, you know how I feel about that. Like, I mean,
and you know how I feel.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't let that shit bother me.
Well, it don't bother me, but I understand it.
You dig what I'm saying? So after a while, you learn it's like detachment. Like I'm detaching from a lot of the physical stuff in the world. You know what I mean? I try to think on a spiritual plane.
Right.
Okay, well this physical stuff can't fuck with spiritually. You know what I mean? When I was in the joint, they held me physically, but they couldn't touch me mentally or physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So you learn how to build that.
It creates worry. It creates anxiety, and that creates disease in the body over time.
Okay.
So
are you a vegan?
I'm not 100% vegan.
But you on your way. You pescatarian at least?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. No beef, no pork. We do that. You understand? She's God ain't done with her yet. I totally understand that. But my thing is this, and that sounds nice, which I just said sounds so bad. Like I don't have like incense burning or nothing, and I wish I did. That was a very normal rengue moment, right? Like, but you know, why would we choose to tune out at a crucial time? See, that's the white hippie way, because I'm not saying y'all white hippies, but if you think about what the baby boomers done, in which they put the baby boomers cemented this United States government thing, and their kids, instead of rebelling, they tuned out. They became hippies. They went and had free love, and for a couple of years they didn't take baths, and they smoked a lot of weed and popped PCP and made all kinds of hippie music and all this kind of fun shit.
Well, that was the white version.
Well, they were detached though. They were practicing,
but that was the white version.
Okay, but
I'm not saying don't be for the cause. I'm just saying emotionally, don't allow it to put you in such a low vibrational.
Allow
place.
me to pontificate.
My sister.
Right. My sister. No, I'm saying, yeah, they did that, and that was fine because they were able to they freed their minds. They started to understand that, this game has to be played differently. But they came back as yuppies in the 80s, and they reinforced the corporate structure of America and have further contributed to the 1%, which is 1% runs the rest of this country. They control the majority of the wealth. And I believe they're all white. So I could tune out and they tuned out. But when we gonna tune back in and do what they did, which is okay, now let's put it down and get this money and make it straight.
Well, see, and that's the key. Notice, like you say, they tuned out first. You got to tune out and get back to yourself.
We've been tuned out for a long time, though.
No, we haven't. No, they
are.
sleep. We've been asleep for a long time. I'm talking about wake up.
Yeah.
As far as, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of, like, you talk about this conscious shit. A lot of time, you know what I mean? These people, they just conscious. Conscious means aware. You're aware of what's going on around you. Right. But it's a difference when you start getting into the spiritually conscious.
I thought conscious was what it was before you get knocked out. Because when you get knocked out, you're unconscious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying.
Right. But you're conscious until somebody knock your ass out. Like, I mean, walk around.
You know, really, but I'm gonna tell you, really,
you'll wake up like
really, it's when you go to sleep is when your consciousness takes off.
And the elder Anthony Courtney talked about a different stage of sleep outside of REM sleep. He talked about like a higher level where you go, where your body heals itself.
Exactly.
And I should have put that more. I should have had him talk about that more on the show. It is about wellness, y'all. I'm just pissed off. Like, I feel real black tonight. You know, because I think we can eat all the dandelions and roots that we want to and say, I want an ultimate burger, I want an ultimate Whopper. You know, we're in a position where right now they're trying to play off of us because as black people, we have an established movement to try and eat better and to get away from the diet that they taught us. There's a serious movement for us to do that. Corporate America fuck with you like, okay, well, I'll give you an Impossible Whopper. And they'll give you a soy-based patty that's actually higher in sodium and all kinds of other carcinogenics that soy brings.
Exactly.
And you'll say, I'm healthy now.
Right.
Because you wait on him to tell you.
You remember when we first started talking about that Impossible Whopper stuff? Yeah. And I told you, I said, man, listen, it's still processed. You know what I'm saying? It's still processed. So
full of sodium, which is
it's still an issue. Even with regular veggie burgers, if you don't make it yourself, a lot of the time it's gonna have high sodium.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you need to learn how to make your own veggie burgers. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was just talking to her earlier about this, I was saying, you know what I mean? Food, basically, it's only good if you're talking about fruits, vegetables, and she added on nuts and seeds and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Beans and you know what I'm saying?
Inside joke.
If you right. Now see,
I usually don't eat no nuts.
Exactly.
Like, that's not even part of my diet, right?
But you know what I mean?
You want some nuts? Yeah, man, I love nuts.
I get it, but let me finish getting this information out. Let's talk crack the joke afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna lose the frame of thought. No, but like I say, it's about you know what I mean, eating the right type of stuff. When you eat food that's grown, you know what I mean, out the ground, it don't come in a box. It ain't already pre-made. It don't come from a corporation or you know what I'm saying, a plant. You know what I mean. All that shit's processed. You know what I mean. There's something wrong with all of it. You know what I mean.
I think the problem with that is like my problem with water. Right? Like you tell me it's organic, but you spray GMO pesticides on it. And you grow it in soil that has been inundated with pesticides for the last 50 years. I'm not knocking what you're saying. I totally agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying you tell me eat vegetables, but then you tell me eat organic vegetables, right? And I say, well, okay.
Right now, it's a problem with that too now.
Well, right, because why are they organic? Like, because what are you really growing them with, right? So I'm saying, you start leaning and then you start leaning and then you start falling and then you fall on your face and you got to figure out how to get up. Go ahead, my sister.
Oh, I was going to say, and that's the importance of detox.
Okay.
Detox 4 times a year. Every time the seasons change, you should detox. Because even environmentally speaking, you know, we just cannot avoid certain things, even that's in the air that we breathe.
I was just about to say, when you get done eating the meat, what you going to do about the air?
You know what I'm saying?
So,
and the water with lead in it that you wash your detox down with.
Exactly.
And you can use herbs, you can do juicing. There's many ways that we can detox. Yeah.
It's very important. Detoxing is very important. And we should do it 3-4 times a year. You know what I'm saying?
How many times?
I suggest every time the season change.
Now you take it. If I'm undergoing a detox ritual, how do I go about it? I get up in the morning. I'm about to go to work.
First drink your bottle of water.
First, you need to meditate and pray.
Okay, so meditate the night before.
No, the day of, because you got to get your mind, you know, prepared. It's a discipline. You know what I mean? Okay. And so many disciplines out here So spiritually speaking, you should be in a sound place.
Okay.
Right. Then when you wake up, drink a bottle of water. I mean, after you meditate, drink a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? And so then you go make your tea. You know what I'm saying? But get your bottle of water in. And I emphasize that because most of us are dehydrated naturally anyway. You know what I mean? So the first thing we should do, and not only that, but water, it wakes up your organs gently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So water for the first thing you do in the morning is probably about the best thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And
And
even
then
add like
Can y'all
Yeah,
do me
add
a
lemon to it
favor?
also.
Can y'all come up with an anger? Like I need something that specifically deals with anger.
meditation.
Well, see, I ain't got that much time. See, because
Yeah, you do.
I love y'all
We
schedule.
just think we don't have time.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
Wake
If
up
I go
15
hour for hour with you, you're gonna say, Kev, you really don't have time. So I'm saying I need something herbally that I can ingest
That would help.
that will give my pancreas a day off. So it won't keep continuously secreting this hormone that keeps me in the fight or
Well, what
flight
you do,
response.
you will fast.
See, I gotta go to work. I can't be at work hungry and shit. Like I gotta be
that's why you gotta be spiritually sound.
okay.
Yeah. See how it all go together.
I hear what y'all saying, but I gotta go to work in the morning. And y'all don't understand.
Yeah, people do it all the time, Kev. They do it all the time.
You know what? I respect that. I think the spiritual part of it, what she just mentioned, that's probably it has to be the beginning.
You know, and also that's something that our community totally lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Totally lost. They took that part from us in slavery. They also took how to take care of, all together they took away how to take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
So we got love. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
They took away how to take care of ourselves. They took away our knowledge of herbs, how herbs do the body. They, you know what I mean? They didn't want us to practice this stuff. And a lot of the time it was the women in the community that knew these things. It was the women in the community that did the healing. You could go back to the Asar and Aset Kemetic version of story of creation. You know what I'm saying? Aset put Asar back together. You dig what I'm saying? And birthed and began everything. But you look at our history, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, women, they were the ones that was doing this. When Europeans come around, you know what I'm saying? By now, they call witches, and you hear about Europeans killing all the witches and stuff whenever they found out it was a witch. But they was talking about our women, you know? And this is also something that's going on right now. And it's kind of ironic that this whole health demonstration is going on too. You know what I mean? At the same time.
I like the word.
And now they killing our women at the same time, just like back then. You know what I mean? So they try. It's definitely an agenda here.
Yes. Shout out to people listening, watching. Much love from the 414. Rick Ali Muhammad says, only seeds. We cannot digest nuts. Shout out to Miss Serena Brown. She said, hey, Miss Geraldine Smith said, first you need an understanding of who you choose to worship. I totally agree with that, but then that's that conversation about spirituality, especially in troubled times such as these, especially in times where, like my sister talked about detachment, but just say for a snap, just crackle, you have to pay attention to it. It's so troubling that even the most spiritual person would say, whoa, I received that negative energy. So it becomes like you have to be receptive to it. And I think not on the sense that I want to burn down the gas station, but I need to figure out a way to affect change in my people. I'm living my best life. I'm detoxing. I'm spiritual. I'm Num Young Reggae. I'm burning incense. What's that stick you want to burn that time down here before the smoke alarm went off?
Palo Santo.
Palo, what is it
Santo?
called? Okay, so he had the stick. We didn't burn it. I'm saying we need something to get us off this alertness, because we should not be alarmed when they do something like they just done in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We should have been wholesaling expecting this, and we should have had a legal team prepared for the what do they call it? The appeal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like this should have to go to the Supreme Court, because you have to challenge the Castle Doctrine. You have to challenge Stand Our Ground. You have to you have to challenge all of the standing statues in your state when something like this happens. So we should have had a team ready where spiritually we can go in there and say, hey, look here, white man, we see you. And we can explain these laws to them and say, hey,
but
look.
that shit, you know that ain't gonna work.
Why? Why wouldn't it work, brother? I'm trying to.
When in history has getting with the people, you know what I mean, ever worked?
When?
And then they really ain't gonna understand that when you come on a spiritual level, because now we coming with peace. You know what I'm saying? In history, you look at history and you look at white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they understand is blood. The only thing they understand is war. You know what I mean? And that was one of the ways that Egypt got conquered a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a peaceful thing, and these people came with these guns and weapons and
gunpowder.
You know,
right.
First, no, wait a minute. First, they sent the preachers in there to soften them up. Like, oh yeah, we're good people, and hey, nice to meet you. Jesus brought this food. Jesus gave you this. And then they left, and then them people came with the gun.
Right. Jesus said, "Lay your ass down." I'm just saying, man. I want to talk about y'all business because I do love to promote Black business, and you know, because we're gonna do more of this tomorrow night. I didn't mean to bring Outlaw Radio in the building, but you know, I wear it. You know, like I got it's tatted. I don't got no tattoo, but if I had one, it would say Outlaw Radio. So we'll please tune in tomorrow night when Brother Talk is here. This and many other socio-political topics we'll talk about.
Right. So, hey, so y'all know on the Warrior Report, you know, we usually talk about male wellness or just wellness. Well, today, you know what I mean? I thought I'd bring something special for you. I know everybody like to travel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like to travel. Well, I brought my business partner here, Fatima Manson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the show.
And yes, welcome. Peace.
Finally. Damn, she forgot I was here.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to bring her on so, you know, she can explain to you what we do and also explain how you can save money on your travel and entertainment activities. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, I'm introducing my new Boomerang business partner, Fatima Manson.
So how does Boomerang work?
Or what is Boomerang first? Because the people probably don't know.
So well, she said it. She said it was primarily, it wasn't just a travel company. She talked about that, and she talked about it being there's the arm that you all are operating is a travel entity, right? Which involves trips.
Right.
Yeah. So
no, I'm just saying she did because she talked about it.
I know.
So but I wanted to know because people here travel, they automatically think we going to Great America for $50. So I want to know how is it?
Well, it's much bigger than just Six Flags. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
So how do you get customers for our Boomerang?
Well, first I'll just give a little background about how I got into the travel industry.
Okay, come on.
So I've been in the travel industry for a little over a year now. I got in with a company called Mark Travel Corporation, which is actually located here. Why do you?
10 years. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I got in with them about over a year ago.
Manson.
Okay. And you know, I got with them because I had always wanted to be in the travel industry, but you know, I didn't want to pay for school and all that stuff. So I got in with the company as a work from home travel agent. And I was miserable.
Right.
I was completely miserable. The way they micromanaged, there was long hours all of the time. There was mandatory overtime all of the time. And, you know, we had these great travel benefits, but I could never use them because I was always working.
That sucks.
So, about almost a year into the company, I actually got fired.
Really?
Yes, I got fired. The girl next door got fired.
Stealing boxes on the day off, y'all. Got fired.
But you know what? It was the best day of my life. Like literally, it was the best day of my life. Because again, I had only got with them so I could get kind of groomed in the travel industry, but I had never planned to stay with them, you know, to retirement or anything like that. So it was a push that I needed to really step out on my own.
Okay.
So at that time, I had a friend named Nancy, who is now my awesome business partner. Hi, Nancy.
What's up, Nancy?
She is amazing leader in iBoomerang, and she's really helped me get into the industry. So I got in under a company called Extreme Travel, which was like our host company. But now we've transitioned into iBoomerang. So, and that's how, you know, I got started.
Right. So if the people didn't catch it earlier in the show about iBoomerang, Can you tell them what is iBoomerang exactly?
Absolutely. So iBoomerang is a technology company that specializes in travel.
Right.
All right. So it's a unique new way for us to gain additional income while helping our customers save money on their travel needs.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to hear how this works. So how
You know how it works.
Yeah.
You said
Right.
you said technology, so there's an app in there. You have an app.
The app is coming, and when I say technology, we also have other products in the works. So
Okay.
we have a company called Vibe Rides, which is a rideshare company contracted through Lyft that is going to be partnered with the travel portion of our company, and we're getting ready to launch that next month or December. Along with some other things that's in the store too. So, but our first major product, because we are transitioning from extreme travel, which is the biggest travel industry in the world. Mark Travel actually uses extreme travel all the time. So we're transitioning from that and specializing in the travel industry first.
Okay, so Mark Travel has been sold and purchased by Apple Leisure Group,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And I'm knowing this because my people was
We
there.
work
Right?
there, yeah.
So the structure of travel and we have taken trips and her just explaining like there is a way you can get hustle with the travel game. Like because like if you talk about the timeshare game, like the timeshare game is cold blooded. It'll drain your pockets, right?
Mhm.
And then like I know we went to the Wisconsin Dells, and once we got there, we had all these discounts, but it was contingent upon us coming to this seminar. I guess it was you could consider it
Right, for timeshare.
right. Well,
if you want to purchase.
They talk down on the timeshare thing. The place in the Dale was one of their bigger resorts. Can't remember the name of it. We went there and they were kind of trying to sell us a package, and they promised us all these discounts, but it was contingent upon points.
Mm-hmm.
Like you sell to someone else, and if they go on a trip and spend, then you get these points that you can then use to basically go to 5-star resorts around the world in premium locations and have a cheap vacation. And at the same time, since you're bringing more people in, you're making money because now they're starting their own membership and they're bringing people in. So basically, it's like wholesale travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go to a hotel and you say, "Well, let me see the because in the Dells they got the condo rooms,
Mm-hmm.
you know." So I didn't know if iBoomerang was along those same lines.
Let me tell you what's better
Okay.
with iBoomerang. So, how do we get customers? Okay. First of all, there's absolutely no selling.
Okay.
No selling.
There's no selling. So that pressure right there is completely off.
Okay.
Now, what do you guys know about a boomerang?
When you throw it, it come back.
Right. The idea
good
that
ass movie with Eddie Murphy.
That
it was
class.
It was
Class.
definitely.
That's neither here nor there.
So basically, when you throw a boomerang, it's supposed to come back to you. So what we do is we throw out goodwill. We throw out a boomerang, which is actually a free travel website to our customers. So it's a free travel website, very similar to Priceline, Expedia, or Travelocity.
Hotwire.com.
Right, very similar. Except our customers save up to 35% off of their hotels, cruises, car rentals, activities and excursions, and we offer the lowest price guarantee.
What's the website?
We have to give out
We
the
gotta give it
website to each individual person.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we will actually give you your very own website
Okay.
that you can use the rest of your life.
And it's free.
Okay.
Let me keep saying it's free.
It's free. It's free.
It's free. So
I'm ready to send the
you
people.
have up to 35% off of your hotels, car rentals, cruises, activities and excursions. You can even add your points to your timeshare through your iGo platform. You have the lowest price guarantee, and guess what? You can book your Southwest Airlines flights on your iBoomerang travel website. Now, if anybody knows anything about Southwest Airlines, you cannot book with them unless it's on southwest.com.
Right.
So iBoomerang has contracted with Southwest Airlines, and you can book through them. You can use your Rapid Reward points, and whenever you use your personal website, you gain additional points that you can also use for your future travel needs.
Now you just posted this, brother, right?
Yeah. That there what I just posted, that's it's a link to a video. We
Okay.
call it an I decide video,
Okay.
where you can actually look at it, go through it, and decide whether you want to be a partner or just be a customer.
I wanted to put that on the post so people can go to it, and it won't let me copy it. I'm a copy and paste type dude, right? Because I wanted to put that. I wanted you tagged in it, so like just do a post and put that on there, like on your timeline. Because I want people to be able to go in there and see it. I want people to be able to support Black business because, and you know, I'm not a traveler per se. People tell me all the time how silly I am because I don't like to travel. Like, you know, you need to go here, you need to go there. Like, nah, I'm good at the crib. But
it's a whole world out there.
Well, yeah, it is, and it's not like I've never been anywhere. Like I've been places before. I'm one of them dudes who, even when I was traveling, was like, I can't wait till I get back to the crib. Like I'm like, I love being at my house, right? So it's not, you know. So, but I hear you can go on a vacation and you get this clarity, and you can go to different countries, experience different cultures. That's all. That's all fly.
Hey, Fatima, like well, you know, I already know, but I'm asking this for the people, right?
Right.
So when the customer book their own website, how does that benefit you? And if you were a partner, how would that benefit you?
All right. So first of all, whenever our customers book on their website, me as a TSA, so Travel Savings Ambassador, I receive 50% of the commission off of whatever they say. So if somebody books a hotel, the Riu Hotel in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and they save $600, I receive $300 back in cash. So that's where the whole idea of the boomerang comes from. I send out the goodwill, it comes back to me in cash. So whatever our customers save on their own personal site, I receive 50% of the commission. Also on the business side, I have my own personal website as well, and I save up to 70% on my hotels, cruises, car rentals, activities, etc. Right? I also can earn my points too. And as a home-based business, I get to write off everything. So myself, I do pretty much everything on my cell phone. I get to write off everything on my cell phone bill, my home expenses. I'm always working in my car, so I get to write off my car expenses, receipts, coffee, lunch, anything. I'm writing off everything. So, like, there.
What's the best trip you've taken?
This year.
Period. Well, like, what's your favorite vacation spot?
My favorite right now would be Jamaica.
Hey, check this out.
Right
how many times?
I've been to Ocho Rios.
Ocho Rios.
Yeah.
How many times have you taken a trip in the past year?
Well, since I quit my job in January, I have been able to. That was my other job.
Just
I was
January,
teaching at Writing Train College.
So this ain't even a year you talking about.
No, I've been on 4 vacations. So I've been to Canada. I've been to New Orleans, Vegas. I've been to Florida, and getting ready to plan something for the holiday season coming up. But even in my own personal website, again, I saved up to 70% off because I'm a Travel Savings Ambassador.
Right.
You know, my hotel in Canada was like $200 cheaper than the other websites. And we went to Niagara Falls, and our tickets through my website were only like $70, and on other places they were over $100 to go to Niagara Falls. So, I mean, the savings is just amazing. Even if I was just into it for the savings period, because I love to travel. So the savings are amazing. Another thing is that when customers and myself book on our website, we have a iBoomerang Foundation. And so every time we book on our website, we feed an impoverished child around the world. So not only is it about helping people save on their travel, but, you know, we have the whole foundation going on too that helps children around the world. So you were giving back.
Oh yeah, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give back and help some kids at the same time.
Yeah.
Make money, help kids, travel.
Live your best life.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like
run naked on Ocho Rios on the beach.
I'm all for it.
You know what I'm saying? That sounds like
I'm all for
Here's
it.
another incentive, right?
That sounds like a heck of a plan, man.
I
A
am
heck
all
of a deal.
for it. I am all for it.
I just got in trouble for the same shit. But no, real talk, you know, I think the spirit of entrepreneurship is very, 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 very important in the Black community because we are consumer slaves. And make no mistake, we keep this economy going by spending our money.
You either spending or you either making money or you buy.
And shout out to my Facebook group, the People's News Network. If you're not a member of the People's News Network on Facebook,
you better come on in.
Very pertinent information. Black people and Black relevancy, and it covers the spectrum of, like I say, from socio-political to entertainment to holistic to, eat right, the movement to eat right, the movement to vote right, the movement to invest your money, the movement to understand financial literacy, which is what leads to entrepreneurship. So my sister here was able to get something started in regards to her own endeavor, a business endeavor. And see, the point of this is you have to start thinking in that fashion, because the secret is you'll never get rich working for somebody else.
Nope.
Right.
Unless you innovate their process, which is called entrepreneurship, not entrepreneurship. And if you're in entrepreneurship, you understand that, yeah, Henry Ford made the car and the assembly line, but somebody came up with a little piece that went on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And that person probably worked in Henry Ford's factory. So they said, I'm going to innovate his process and make my own fortune. So there's a way to do that too. Either way it goes, you cannot just continuously be a customer.
Right.
You cannot continuously be a slave to the machine. Eventually, the name of the game is rebellion. And rebellion means basically starting your own shit. So when I meet a sister like this who's taking the time to really get invested into some corporate structure and some fluidity of, this kind of thing with travel, I want more people to invest in that. And I think if we did that, we wouldn't have these situations where we have, the social injustice, because we would control enough money, we procure enough wealth so that we won't have to go through this. Because one thing is, people with money get more rights than people without money.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong.
It's definite.
But in this country, that's what happens. That's why we're disproportionately convicted for the same, crimes and transgressions that our white counterparts are. You can look at the court system, you'll see. Stuff that a Black man gets, 15 years for a white person gets 5 months. That's why this case of Amber is so crazy, because it's just crazy, the latest development.
Yeah, I know people with drug cases worse than more time than that.
Money off a 8-ball, and she killed the whole dude in his crib.
Right.
And got 10 years. And I don't know if they have truth in sentencing in Texas. She might be able to do 85.
I know somebody that got caught with 4 ounces of dope and got more time than her.
Right. Keep it that.
You know what I'm saying? But one more thing though about our boomerang, we got something coming up. You want to tell everybody about what we got coming up Monday?
Yes, definitely. Monday, October 7th, we will be in Chicago.
Right.
We have our Global Master Ambassador, Edwin Haynes, attending, going over the whole business. Like, this is a really, really huge event because he is like 8 or 9 figure.
I was just going to say that, man. I done met people already, man, in this thing where they making 6 figures a year just off of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, we're going to be at the Marriott at the Midway Airport at 7 p.m. We are, anybody that want to come on. We taking everybody. So
shoot me the invite. Shoot the information. We'll promote it.
Definitely. Yep.
I will post it up I'll post it up in the group. Well, I can't post in the group. I'm in Facebook jail again.
Now, what is this Facebook jail with you? What is this about? Why are you?
You have to put it in there, man. I don't know, man. Somebody.
And I'm like, I don't understand why you're in Facebook jail.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what everybody was saying on the post when I talked about it. You know what I mean? Like, man, why? You know what I mean? Like, I got a picture. I had a picture of me when I was in prison. Right?
I seen that.
You know what I mean?
I seen that.
That one got flagged.
Wow.
I had a picture, just the People's Network.
And you had the Sam Jackson meme.
They took that. You know what I mean?
Right. We had the gun.
You know what I'm saying? I had that. That one got flagged. What else? It was a meme on there. It was, the cartoon where they talk about, they say it was something like, tell me, hold on one second, let me find it right quick. I mean, but anyway, it was something to the nature of tell me what you want to do or something like that.
Right. It was, I remember seeing the third one too.
Okay.
I don't know. This is somebody who's messing with you, though.
Exactly. It's got to be, man. You know what I mean?
Post way more wild.
Like, tell me again what you want to. It was a girl whispering in a little boy's ear. Tell me again what you want to do with me. And usually he'll say some kind of slang.
Yeah, he was like, well, I want to invest in wealth. Right.
I want to build generational wealth, or you know what I'm saying, and secure financial freedom, something like that. You know what I mean? Man, they flagged that.
Shame on you for saying.
You know, yeah, shame on me, man.
Pervert?
But is it a way? Rain just inboxed me and asked, is it a way we could bring her in or something?
You know what? All she has to do is tune into the show.
Okay, let me tell her that.
All she has to do is tune into the show. We got this thing coming up with my sister here, Fatima Manson. Where they're gonna have a big event, Chi-Town. She said, who want to ride with us? So y'all listen. Go to her Facebook page. Go to Brother Kamar's page, and you'll be able to get all the information to get in touch with them. Because for a lot of us, travel is your thing, and some of us, you let off the steam and recenter your energy by doing that. So
I mean, travel is an $8.8 trillion industry.
Well, I want
so
some
who
of that
would
money.
not want to get a piece of that?
it's always somebody coming and going, right?
I mean, that's something that's just never going to end.
Yeah, and and these websites these free websites that we giving you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They last a lifetime. You dig what I'm saying? They last a lifetime. You can have this for the rest of your life. You can get the cheapest savings. I mean, the cheapest route. I mean, you can get the cheapest prices. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something you could do. And if you want to be a partner, you know what I mean. It's a form of residual income.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you got people using these same websites for the rest of your life, you're gonna be getting checks for the rest of your life, just from this. You know what I'm saying?
Like you wrote a hit song.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, give me my royalties. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's royalties in this. You know
what? My sister, okay, that's her. But
yeah,
I'm trying to get
Rain.
Yeah,
I just told her.
Because if she was riding the show, I'd be able to see her and I'd be able to bring her in.
Right, exactly.
So she could represent.
I think that's what she's on now, trying to get it.
All she got to do is go to my timeline. Because we are friends, so I'm going live. So I post.
Come on, Rain.
I posted again, just in case anybody tired of me posting it. Like, you can't report me on my own page. Like, I never flagged myself, right?
Right. But yeah, man, this shit is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't did nothing to nobody. I don't know what's going on here. But I tell you what, when I get out of Facebook jail, I'm gonna be posting again. Right. I'm gonna be posting again. I'm gonna be right back at y'all. I gotta get this thing in everybody.
And man, shout out to everybody who's on live, who goes live on Facebook. Like, it's crazy.
Word.
It's crazy. Like, people be on live just like making collard greens and all this kind of stuff. Like, people be on it. And I seen like a dude really smoking a blunt and just not saying nothing. He had like 75 live viewers. I'm like, whoa. He
wasn't saying nothing.
Right, but he's killing us. So, I mean, shout out to that brother, man.
You know, a lot of people don't want to learn nothing. You know, they don't want to learn. Man. Some people don't want to learn. We touched on that earlier. You know what I mean?
God bless y'all.
Some people just don't want to learn. They can't learn. You know what I mean? It's hard for them to follow direction. You know.
I want to get my sister on here too.
I tend to think they ancestors were slaves.
I got a question for her. And we'll see. We can get on. You said Rain Truth, right?
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on Rain to chime in. I thought I saw something very funny today. I saw
what was that?
A celebration of the slogan "Just Say No" via Nancy Reagan in the '80s, and I grew up in the '80s. I'm that old, right? And I think about how much weed I done smoked since I first seen "Just Say No" at 8 years old, and I had to laugh. That was my age that they was putting that on.
Right, yeah,
we had Dare, and the dog would come, and we had to play. It's like, we'll never do drugs. And I'm like, man, fast forward to the 90s, you'd have thought I'd never heard that shit before. Right. So when I seen the Just Say No thing, I just thought it was hilarious, and I was laughing like, I really want to talk about this on the show tonight, but somebody But just think about Just Say No as it just in 1980. We're in the middle of an opioid crisis right now, right? So that's somebody else on that I was looking at. Right. Well, thanks to a lot of things. Yeah. And white people who ignored the crack epidemic. I told y'all they don't like us. Like, they didn't give a shit when it was us looking for 2 for 15. Now it's a health crisis, right? Like gun violence, you know. As long as it was us shooting us, it was just ghetto shit. But now that a stray bullet will cross the line and their own kids have started picking up the guns, now gun violence is a health crisis. Now that their kids start shooting up schools. See, it was no issue when we was blowing each other's head off.
Right.
That's just that rap music.
Right.
Now it's a public health. Mass shootings are a problem, especially when y'all the motherfuckers who usually doing them. That is the hypocrisy in our democracy. right?
Definitely.
So we have to. That's one thing we have to give up. I don't think you can be well. I really don't think you can be well in this country unless you accept some ultimate truths, because I think that's what contributes to spirituality. I think you have to understand and accept the angst that white people have for people of color. And until you can get past that, you're not going to be able to get past a lot of things. You really got to understand that they don't like us. They have no love for us. They never have, never will. You won't wake up tomorrow morning and on Fox 6, they'll be like, to all black people out there, white people would like to officially extend an apology.
Mm-hmm.
You never see that on Twitter like, oh, yeah, by the way, white people said sorry this morning. It's never going to happen.
Hey, that may if it did, that's probably how it would happen. Like it'll just be in general. You know what I mean? Hey, somebody said the white people said they sorry.
Right. It'd be like, oh,
it'll be like a rumor.
It's never gonna happen, right?
Like
they could put us in such a tizzy that we be spending for weeks trying to find out where it came from. Like, did they really say sorry? Because what if they did? What are we gonna do then? Are we gonna say, man, it feels so good to hear y'all say that? Come on over here and give us a hug.
Yeah, where do you go from there?
Right. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, look, dig this.
It's not gonna happen.
I just said, where do you go from there? We go. The answer to that question is we go to the same place. We go where we in a position where we at right now. Okay. Get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Build yourself up. Become some kind of entrepreneur. I mean, find your passion and do it. Monetize.
The black dollar is everything.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you say the travel industry was worth, my sister?
$8.8 trillion.
$8.8 trillion. Please, somebody tell me what's the largest black travel agency in Milwaukee?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
iBoomerang is about 97% black.
iBoomerang might be the only one.
We need to, we so
about 97%
black owned. Exactly.
Okay, so
97% black owned.
Watching. I don't know why it's not off giving me the option to bring her on. And I got like friends who are on, and it says bring them on camera. Is it something in the live that you have to hit so to ask a person, can they bring them on live?
If she's your friend, it should just be enough.
It should be, but I'm thinking, let me try to tap in because I really want the sister to speak.
Me too.
It's not giving me the option. I think it might be something on her end. Because I see my sister Sharon Jude is watching, who's a supporter of the show. So what's going on, my sister? But her says bring them on camera. So I don't know why it's giving me the option for her. It's not giving me the option for it.
Rain, is this on your phone or your computer? I mean,
well, some on the feed that she can hit where it'll say enable, whatever. I'm not a Facebook, I'm not a Facebook expert like that.
Right.
So and it does that with a lot of people. So if y'all know how to, expose that option, let us know so we can bring the sister on because she has some very powerful information for us to receive. And shout out to the 414 Life Violence Interrupters.
Yeah, I just saw the brother. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, they came to the show last Saturday night along with the poetry pusher, Dia Green. We had a great show. Shout out to everybody who was watching that show. They had a rally today for the youth about the violence that's going on in Milwaukee. So I hope people were able to support. And we'll get more from Brother Forte and Brother Mendoza. They came on here and gave some very powerful testimonies.
About, they did, man. Yeah,
where
they've
been
man.
And how they've done it. So
brother was talking about how he did 18 straight.
Yeah, it was like football numbers exposed on the show. I was tripping off
man.
Like, wow, really? So we'll figure out how to get my sister on here, Rain. Let me see. Am I doing something?
I'm wondering, is it
like I'm clicking on every button, right? Like I think it's on her end to like try and come in.
Right.
Because I've been on people's lives before and it said it was a button that I could hit where I went like let me in on your shit. So I will see. But yeah, man, we were talking about wellness and we were talking about entrepreneurship and the craziness that went down today with this verdict and everybody's upset about it. And I see black people upset about things, but my problem with black people is it's just a hot button topic now. Like next week when something else happened, you're going to forget all about this, right? I thought it was shameful for the sister to be fixing the white girl's hair in court. I thought that was a very, very bad look for us as a people. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know who she works for, but she needs to be checked. Like that was, outside of Django with Steven, that was like some of the more coolest shit I've seen in a long
Who's
time.
that new nigga on that name?
Right, that was a movie, right? So this was real life.
Right.
I don't know. I hope Rain.
She said he keep going in and out. She just
okay, and she said she's
freezing up or something.
Okay, See, but that's why we got to figure this before.
Yeah.
So I has to be set
But
up.
she will be in here next week, I believe.
Okay, well, let me know because we got dates on the calendar now, so we got to schedule things accordingly.
Right.
Because I do believe we're supposed to start with the Sherman Phoenix. Shout out to the Sherman Phoenix and the Next Level Vegans,
Real soon.
and shout out to Mothers Against Gun Violence because
Real
they've shown us a lot.
But since Rain's not here, let me speak on it a little bit. You know, we got the Vegan Expo coming up, Vegan Food and Drink Expo. I'm sorry, coming up. She also does the Vegan Fest. I think that usually goes on in April, and then this one is in October, October 26th. If you're looking to transition from a vegan, you want to try new vegan foods, you may want to come out to this thing. You know what I mean? So you could try different stuff. I'll personally be doing security there. We'll also have a booth with the Nature's Nature herbs and supplement stuff there. I'd like to give a shout out to Honeybee Sage and Wellness. They'll be there with me also, helping me run the booth. Fatima will be there also, helping with the booth. So yes, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna definitely be nice. Come on out. She also gave us the
tell her to make a comment. I think it'll give her an option because my sister made a comment, then it gave her the option to bring her on.
Right.
Fatima made a comment saying he wants to go. But my sister Sharon didn't make a comment, so I don't know if that's. I don't know. I guess it depends on what device you're using, whatever. But you was talking about the Vegan Fest. I'm just trying to get her on to do it for herself. Right. So what now? Where would it be?
Oh yeah, but like I said, I'm sorry, man. But let me But she also gave us the go ahead so we can do a pod. We could go live up there too. You know what I mean? We got that option open for us. So and that's on the 26th. Again, like I said, you know, something y'all may want to come out. Rain is a dope person, you know what I'm saying? These events that she throws is humongous.
Yeah, she said she's here.
I want
getting pissed off now. I'm about to start throwing shit. Right?
Nah, I don't do
she
that.
Said
man.
It's buffering on her end. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how this thing works. Anybody else out there having a problem with it? Let me know. You know. Yeah. I'm not iHeartRadio. I don't have a 1,500 foot tall transmitter. So let me know if you ever can't hear it. She said it keeps buffering on her end. That's why I encourage people to come into the show. Like we try to do it.
Yeah, because we don't know these.
They don't want our message to get out anyway. Yeah. So let's not act like that.
Yeah, but yes, the queen will be on here. She'll be on here soon. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get to meet her. We thought she'd be here, but it was just a couple of technical difficulties on why we couldn't do it. We apologize that.
Right. I'm in love with memes. I don't know if y'all watch memes on Facebook. Memes crack me up. Like, and people are so creative with them, and sometimes they just walk a mile. Like the dog meme, it's.
Oh yeah, man, they going crazy with that one, man.
The SpongeBob meme.
Yeah.
It's like there's
been so hear me barking.
Right. Like you know, I would have bit her, but she's musty. Like it's so many different variations. I mean, it's there for my entertainment, man. I don't know.
You hear me barking? Here come the mail lady. You want me to make her drop the mail and
run?
Right,
it's all kinds of, like the memes are just, and they're funny, man. Stop it. Everybody stop playing. She said, yeah, I can see you typing. I just don't know why it won't allow me to bring you in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And that's something I have to figure on my end because it gives me the option for people who watch and it says bring them on.
It probably won't because she telling me that it keep buffering.
Right. See, that's all bad. So, you know, It's just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't pretend to. I don't have to know everything. I just have to know a little bit. I know we have my sister here from iBoomerang. We got my brother here from Nature's Nature Herbs.
Yes, Nature's Nature Herbs and Supplements. Go to Facebook and like that page. You know what I mean? It's going to come a point in time when you go want to holler at me. And I will be right here for you.
Right.
Know that.
And my sister, iBoomerang, give us the latest and greatest on how to get in touch with iBoomerang and get our travel on.
Well, you can definitely hit myself or Kamar up. I'm Fatima Manson, Manson. You can find me on Facebook. And then definitely hit up Kamar. And I'm sure you guys have all of his information.
Definitely.
So yeah, hit us up. We can definitely give you more information on the business. But I definitely suggest if you can ride out to Chicago with us on next week, Monday. It's going to be an amazing event and you'll be happy that you came.
What time?
7 p.m.
Where?
It's going to be at the Marriott Hotel at the Midway Airport.
And if I missed that, I can go on Fatima Manson. You're on Facebook?
Yep.
And you have all her information, right?
Both of us.
And I commented in the thread, so you can just friend request me. My page is public, so you can see everything that I post.
Man.
So you can definitely
get your travel on.
Friend request me.
Yeah, live life.
Absolutely. It opens so many
this
doors.
This is one of the reasons why we be depressed too. You know what I mean? Stuck in one spot our whole life.
And it's about to be cold. Like y'all remember the last winter we had, right? It's about to be really cold. So
and that's why I'm pissed, because I wanted to ask Brain Truth about vaccinations with, cuffing season coming and how people, what's the natural vaccination from these colonial diseases like the flu? And they're
that would definitely be elderberry, elderberry, echinacea,
it's that time.
Ginger, like all of that.
It's that time.
Get you some tea.
Soon you'll be able to get elderberry syrup from it. So you know what I mean. It's that time of year where it's time to start building up your immune system. And just know that I will be ready for you.
Yeah, man.
Actually, they should have been already started, but
right.
Don't wait until cold season.
It's never too late.
You got to prepare the immune system now.
Should have started, but it's never too late.
Right.
So check this out. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for Outlaw Radio. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be ridiculous. So much to talk about.
Right.
Listen, come on, man. White people, this. Y'all done a lot of wild shit.
Right,
this is like some super wild white
shit. Make sure y'all come chime in with this boomerang demonstration. Like I say, it's amazing. Whether you're getting it in for the money or just for a freer lifestyle. You know what I mean? This may be something for you.
And make sure you post that in the People's News Network.
Definitely. Again, I want to thank my business partner, Fatima, for my boomerang. As she discussed how you can save on your travel and entertainment stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know your worth, no one will. Once again, I am the Black woman lover, the Black man's brother, the culture teacher, the hood healer, your holistic health and wellness coach, Kamar Carter.
It's your boy, man.
Blood.
The world-class smart ass is in the building. Shout out to my sister, Brain Truth, and my sister here, Fatima Manson, for coming in, sitting on the porch, barking with the big dogs. My sister, you are a friend of the show. If you have anything you want to ever promote or give to the people, please do not hesitate to hit our line and let us know what you want to do. We'll get you where you need to be in terms of your promotions, right? They say get in where you fit in. That's what you got to do with this show. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Absolutely.
Please stay aware. Don't be no square when you go through intersections in Milwaukee. Look both ways because it's some crazy ass shit. And Milwaukee, put the guns down. We'll talk about that too. The gun violence in our city. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about that.
Protect our women.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Protect our women. If they die, we die.
Dudes too, though. Everybody getting killed. 18-year-olds, 20-year. We'll talk about the mass murder tomorrow night. We'll talk about city politics with Morales potentially on the hot seat. All that's going to make for good conversation. But in the meantime, make sure you're taking care of the inside of the machine. Don't just take care of the outside of it. Don't get a paint job and your head gasket's blown.
Right.
Change your oil, man. Get your spark plugs changed. Get your wires.
Clean that blood.
Brake shoes, rotors. You gotta have all that lymphatic
system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. I want to thank everybody for showing us so much love because that show with Elder Courtney last week is going bananas, numbers-wise for us.
Still.
Right. And our show that we did with...
If y'all didn't check that show out, make sure y'all go find it and check it. You know what I mean?
I've been putting
you can look it up on YouTube, on the People's Network, on the People's Network on YouTube. Yeah. The People's Network.
Shout out to Anthony Courtney. Shout out to Dia Green. Shout out to Philly Loves Philly. And shout out to my boy Jaquette Forte and my man, Mr. Mendoza. I call him Mr. Mendoza. Came in on some real triple OG script last week and talked about the violence. And it's going to get greater later. I'm going to leave you in the hands of Willie D. Your criticism of the Black community outweighs your contribution. You're probably a coon. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Peace.
Bye.
I got to figure that Facebook thing because it gives me options for plenty of people to bring them in live.
I think it probably just wasn't because hers kept buffering. Like she probably wasn't getting good service wherever she was at.
But she came in, she said one thing. At first, it didn't offer that option. And the next time it said bring her on live.
Right.
That's why I was like, what? What's going on?
So much fun.
See, it wasn't that hard, was it?
Maybe because of this. I don't know. But it was fun.
Shit, that played a part. You can't take it too serious.
It was fun.